Boop bop bada. You're live. That was really fast. YouTube, do I trust you? I do. Wow. Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Knock on the Coffin Lid. My, what a long time it's been. But we are joined today by a very special guest, a developer from Red Boon Studios. Alex, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Yes, that's me. I'm Alex, I'm a lead game designer of Red Boon Studios, and today we have something interesting.
Yes, a lot of interesting things. We'll be taking one final gallivant through the alpha state of Knock on the Coffin Lid and talking about the future. We do have some specific things planned, such as starting a brand new profile, which I guess I'll do now. This save file, despite only being at 74%, is 2 years old. So probably a good idea to start anew.
Yeah. We've come a long time.
Yes, the game has changed a lot. I was given an image to look at. Before we get too started, how do I do this? Button. Before we get too crazy, switch scenes real quick. The webcam's going to disappear briefly, but I was given this image of books with each of the characters' face on it. And some more books.
We are actually planning on improving a lot of UI settings and main menu images, so this is one of many things that will be introduced in the next patches. We are also working on the glossary update. Each character will receive its own story. We really want to improve the feeling of each character having different stories as they will improve over events, but we will talk about this a bit later.
A bit later as we start looking at events, right?
Sure.
As we start finding them. So, we are going to change scenes. Going to hop into the new game, and I believe there should be a brand new cutscene for us to watch. Or newish. So.
Oh, I think Percival is the old one.
Oh, Percival's the old one? Well, he's an old boy.
We are actually improving the quality of our intros and videos. We're actually really surprised that the Bjorn one looked really different, if you could say that, right?
I don't think I've started a new one with Bjorn in a while, so we'll see if we can find him in the long list of today's agenda.
Okay. But I can say that Venedis one is amazing.
I'm excited. Sorry, I forgot that one's open. But that was I'm used to that one. I know that cutscene. So, it looks like we will be playing as the OG himself, Percival. Good old tried and the true. Now, back in my day, you had to unlock everything. There were like 20 levels to unlock for each character, and then I think you had to beat the game with Percival to unlock Bjorn. Is that still the case?
It's still the case, but now you can defeat Sigismund, and that's considered that you beat the game with Percival.
Ah, okay, good.
Not truly, but you unlocked.
But spoilers.
Oh, my head's splitting. What's going on?
I don't even know where to start. What are you interested in the most right now?
Where are we?
Somewhere between the elven fortifications and the heathlands, in the tomb of Ingvar.
Ingvar's dead? What happened to him?
The wine you brought on the trip was poisoned. Ingvar, Venadis, Bjorn. They're all dead.
Go on and tell me, why should I believe you?
It's easy to see I'm telling the truth because their coffins are next to yours. You all died. I've brought you back to life. You're welcome.
Who poisoned the wine? Was it you?
Me? Why would I kill you only to resurrect you?
Who are you anyway? And what do you want from me?
You may call me Mortis. You don't owe me anything. Just go home.
Not so fast. Do you know who poisoned the wine? How much time has passed? And if Ingvar's dead, then who is ruling the Northern Gate?
Too many questions, Percival.
Does that surprise you? Why did you bring me back? What about the others?
All in good time. I'll tell you when we meet again.
I'll figure things out on my own. I'm not so sure I want to meet you again.
I'm afraid this is inevitable. Safe journeys.
I loved Mortis's eye roll. That was hilarious. Wait, we're back again. Deja vu.
What the hell is
Deja
going on
vu.
here?
Alright, skipperoo. Now, I believe we are just playing as the base
So I set
Percival.
out, feeling a vague anxiety.
Yeah, the first run is always a base for people that are not familiar with the game to understand it a little bit better.
That makes sense. I'm just so used to having choices.
Actually, I wanted to say a few things about the video.
Sure.
The first one, you could recognize that in the video it would be morning. Bjorn is actually resurrected during evening.
Oh,
And you can really guess when this will be.
morning, evening, night.
Most
Midnight?
Most likely. We're actually playing with different colors in video to show that this is actually a prolonged process of resurrecting.
Cameras have frozen. Oh. I fixed it, I think. We good? Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I couldn't even imagine how much things had
The
changed.
cameras just froze on stream.
I had no idea of the
But I'm
dangers
trying to fix it.
that were awaiting me.
You're a warrior.
Okay, good.
You're used to dangers. Don't blame me. Any story must have an element of surprise in it.
I think it's good now. Okay, sorry about that.
It's not a problem.
Okay, so we were just introduced to Mortis and to the fact that we need to have a surprise for our lovely story. Anything about the beginning that you'd like to add, or shall we just roll into it?
A few things. First, you can see, I believe, there. It's actually a map of Frontier. It's located in our office.
Oh,
It's very different from the one you see now, because one of the big changes that we want to introduce in future patches is that all of the maps will be completely reworked, and all the events will be locked into place.
oh,
Because we are actually thought for a long time, Percival is actually returning in time when he dies, right? So why events beginning to change places? It was really not logical. And
That makes sense.
as well, there was a lot of problems when you wanted a specific event for your build, or because you want to look at it, and it just won't show up at all.
yes, thank you. There's an event later, hopefully we find, that I fish for all the time in the third zone. So the fact that it's locked
one?
there,
Which
well,
one?
there are 3 of them now, but any of the ones that give your full deck an upgrade, like every card an upgrade,
Yes.
I don't remember which ones they are, but there are 3 of them now, I think. And I just want them all.
It was turmoil.
Ah, Turmoil. I think that you also changed the one where you save the town from the Fire Brotherhood to also do that if you pick one of the options. I think.
Yes. Yes. But that's just now. The second thing that we are working on is actually a new, completely new event system. We want to deepen the story, and the only thing we have is Percival or other hero and his mind. This is the only thing that we can improve in understanding of a game. So Percival will have all the events from different biomes, etc., connected to each other. No, we will talk about this when you get to.
Is that the quest system that's slowly being introduced? Slowly?
Yes and no.
Okay. Well, we'll find an event and you can let me know what is on.
Why you disequipped shield?
So, I was going to talk about that. With Percival, I don't like the shield. I don't. I love unequipping the shield. Because it makes the deck more even. And you don't have those two random defense cards. I don't know if that's standard.
Very important on Percival that is a veteran.
Yes, but today, we're not veteran.
Yes.
So, I do not like this direction with the elf boy.
You
because
don't like the swamp, right?
I do not like the swamp, no. I only like going to the swamp with very specific items. And since we have none of those, we're going to go say hi to the dwarves. But how do we go about that? Typically, I like to go to the star here. I'm sure you know our friend the bear. So, I'll hit this question mark so we can talk about events. But not a whole lot should have changed for Percival. Well, he's changed over the years, but it should still pretty much be the same old, I think. Just slap, slap, slap.
It's the first character. I think it should be really easy from the first glance to understand the game better.
Absolutely. That makes sense. I think that armor is a new card. New for me, anyway.
Not really, but okay.
As for our choices here, Face Off can be a little scary.
Well, if you pay attention, it's a good card.
Now see, there's the caveat.
Face Off is actually, during our research on statistics, is one of the most picked cards at all in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, then we'll continue that statistic. I just sometimes lose track of everything, so talking while playing will occasionally do that. And hello everyone joining. It's nice to see you all. Thank you again for letting me know the camera was broken, but we're all good now. He buffed and no. Yes? This could be the one...
Lose a part of his hit points. He will do that. And yes, this is a big problem that we are also addressing. When some buffs or debuffs are just appearing, they are not really visually recognized. So most of our buffs and debuffs will have a huge rework and have their own VFX effects.
Oh.
To show them.
I think you showed that off in like the most recent Steam blog, some of the ones you're working on.
Yes.
They're looking good.
Thank you.
I like Notch. But Maneuver... I'm gonna go with Notch. Strength is a good thing.
Always.
Always more damage. BE aggressive is my motto. Ah, the boar. The boar, the boar, the boar.
Boar
Now-
is actually one of the hardest enemies.
I believe that. The boar, you always want to wait your turn. Like, let him attack you and then chill.
This is one of the new animations. Yeah.
For the boar?
Sit on his tail. It's really interesting.
Oh, you're right. Did you borrow Venatus's boar pet to help make that?
No, we're actually planning on adding a lot of new animations like that to all of our characters and enemies.
Makes sense. For as long as I can remember, I know you were all very focused on the upcoming characters, so I was kind of curious how dev time would be split now that everyone's here.
Um,
If you can talk about it.
Actually, yes, of course. Mostly our time is now fully developed into events because well, I can't even imagine how big this event system is. It's like a book, I guess.
That's why I got the book picture to show off.
Yeah, exactly. So each event, I think we can see one
Flicky.
now,
Ah,
if you want to.
this one.
This one.
So this is the troll event, and I have a tendency to not get very lucky with this one. So is this one that's sticking around, or will it also experience change?
All of the events will be changed. Like
Oh,
all of
good.
them.
Good.
And particularly in this event, we would also thought about events when we try to develop them further. So we thought, why is this sword in his bag? Who put this sword in his bag? Uh, what's the name of this troll? And how he get here? And I can say that, let me check for a couple of seconds.
Let's see if this angry troll punches me.
Yes.
Oh, I think he did. I don't know, it just instantly ended, but Mortis is pondering over the sword's previous owner just like you were.
Yes. So this event have 32 different stages.
What?
That,
32?
yes, we are that insane.
Okay.
Some of them will be developed further. Like if you encounter this troll for the 5th time, you will already know what's going on. Percival impression of this troll will be changed, as well as the new options will be available. And
Oh,
also in other events, he will also receive some new information that will help you develop this event into maybe something completely else.
I like that.
Yes.
Although, I can't even begin to imagine how much time that's gonna take you guys.
A lot of time. But
Well,
we are really close to completion.
oh. That's good to hear. Lots more content to play. Now, I really like Enthusiasm. I'm not sure if you've seen that in the numbers, but this is an amazing card.
Everyone likes to improve their strength and agility or spirit for more and more
The
numbers.
dwarves attacked the
Everyone
frontier.
likes numbers.
Well, it's no
And that's
wonder.
good.
Numbers are amazing.
They've always considered that the land belonged to them and dreamed of purifying it of the elves. Only Lord Ingvar managed
So
to
about
restrain
this
the revolution.
text that is shown on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
we are improving that as well, because the whole thing that's going on the screen is a story. Like Percival is speaking with Mortis while they are located in the crypt.
Which we
About
left.
his last yes, about his adventure, how it went on, what happened. So we are actually adding a new battle phrases for Mortis, because we imagined that if Percival, for example, stroke for 5,000 damage, Mortis would like to compensate.
I've reached that number only once in my entire life. I can only dream.
Ingvar tried to maintain peace, but alas, he was poisoned. And his younger brother and heir, Sigismund, has done nothing to prevent the bloodshed.
Of course he hasn't. Why would he do that?
By the way, what do you think? Is Mortis good or not?
I think Mortis What do I think Mortis is? My instinct is just to say neutral. But, I don't know. I think he's just trying to stick it to someone else. A particular lady. Whether that's good or evil. Up for interpretation, perhaps? And I have a question. Let's see what is this. Did they ever make a deal? Oh, that's actually an interesting question. Someone in chat is wondering if you ever made a deal with, like, an advertisement group, because this person only knows about Knock on the Coffin Lid through me. Or if you just kind of let it flow out into the nature of the internet, and people who find it, find it. I don't know if that's a question you can answer or want to answer, but I received the question.
I actually did not really understand the question. About agency, I don't really.
Well, just asking if you had any, like, ads or were using someone else to promote the game besides just content creators. Like an actual business.
Not really. We are actually moving from, like, our alpha version to beta version and then release. So we are planning to do something in that department on release a bit later.
Okay, a bit later.
No, yes.
So for now, it's all pretty much just natural. Whoever found the game, found the game. Yeah. Welcome to the club.
More likely with our fans.
Yes.
That are really supportive, actually.
So there you go, Gerutis. There's your answer. Now, about this event. How do you...
About this event.
What do you think about this event, or is it changing? Because I have one thing.
Okay.
I do one thing here, and pretty much always that one thing. And that is to help the dwarves.
Yes, because of the card.
Yes.
And this event has actually improved in a lot of ways. First of all, we're fighting the bear, right?
Yes. So I'll get that started.
There is another bear in this map, right?
Yes, the cave.
And they will be connected.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought this was just a special spirit bear.
Because, you have two dwarves that likes to punch bears. Why won't you took them with you for another bear? Right?
That's true. It's a good point. Oh, they have this now. I don't remember them having this under the cover of woods thing.
I actually don't know if you played after we reworked all of our items.
I don't think so, because the last time I played was when Vanitas was introduced to the public test run, or whatever you guys call it.
Okay, probably we had some significant changes, so you should really read them.
Yeah, read.
This is a really hard enemy, actually, for a new player.
It is.
We are planning to tone it a little.
Not even a hard player. When I do this event as Bjorn, this bear half the time crushes me. And Bjorn's my best boy, so it always feels a little bad. I'm trying really hard to play around under the cover of woods, but my veteran brain isn't awake yet. Okay. Just keep counting. It'll be fine. That is 2, because I think I did that in the wrong order. I remember, speaking of veteran, briefly, that's another type for Percival. Veteran's another character that you got rid of the infinite for.
We actually did that because we are not really against infinite decks because they are fun. But with veteran, it was like really easy to do.
Yeah.
You need like 2 or 3 cards and it will work. And it actually destroyed Melenis, destroyed Mortis. It was really easy. So
Speaking of destroying, I think the bear is about to claim another victim.
It has a lot of strength now.
Yeah.
A lot of strength. And it's hidden.
Well,
But I can say that a lot of things. More than-
hey, look, he didn't kill me.
Added a healing potion, so can use that.
Yes. And this is now percentage. You know, back in my day, it was like 20 hit points or whatever.
Yeah.
I appreciate the change. Quick math. I'll live. To the next turn. Part of what makes this guy so hard, in my opinion, is the spikes. Because you want to try and not, you know, go crazy on doing damage to yourself, but you also need to do damage.
Well,
Really?
Our strategy here was that you should have block to mitigate the spike damage while he punches your friends, your broken friends. So you need to place block on yourself, then do damage. And also you can trigger Battle Rage from dwarves to increase their damage to him. If you play 2 cards in a row.
Yeah, that's right. I was avoiding doing that because of Under the Cover of Woods, but I forgot that I did that a lot in the past. Well, I can keep pushing this. Just a little bit longer. And that might be it.
Yeah, we can block it.
70 block is a lot of block. Oh, are we there? No, we're dead. Not dead. I wouldn't say we're alive, but we're not dead. Could I have just played another lunge and won? Or would I have died to the spikes? I'm actually not sure. Should have played that first.
Yeah, I think you should have. Well, you can restart the battle.
Oh. That's 3 dodge. Bro, could you calm down just a little bit? Alrighty. Got him to 4. Tough fight. I forgot exactly how that all worked. But hey, Mortis is here to congratulate me. Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, that wasn't much of a congratulation.
But now you can choose the class.
Well, kind of.
Not so much that you get. But you
So, this is Versatile Percival. And these are his unique cards. Which I think we saw all of them. Interesting. I didn't realize that. My bad.
Well, right now they're on all common cards. So
Yeah.
in early stages of the game, we have like a drop of common cards a little bit higher. So it's not a surprise.
Not a surprise at all.
Yeah.
I received another question. Ginridges would once again like to know, what was the inspiration for Knock on the Coffin Lid?
Inspiration. Well, it's like a complete work of some of our different people that liked some fables, stories, and the matter of your choice as a player. But gameplay-wise, it's of course Slay the Spire, because most of our developers play this game. And we decided to merge these two things into a game and try what we can do.
That makes sense. One of the reasons I was drawn, of course, was because you took the very popularized genre from Slay the Spire and then added like an RPG twist to it, and I love RPGs.
Yes, we actually thought that Slay the Spire was very limited in what can be done with it, and we decided that we want to add RPG elements, story elements, videos, etc., to widen and improve this whole job.
And I think you've done a great job. I'm keeping the shield on this time. I'm taking your advice and evolving as a player. We'll see if I fail again. I might just skip, although... No, I'm going to skip this one. I'm curious, I don't know if you have the data readily available, but do people like to play with thinner decks or thicker decks? Like less cards and more cards? If you know.
Actually, it's pretty 50-50.
Really? Huh.
Actually, yeah.
I did not expect that. I know that, we briefly talked about the infinite change, not removal, but change, and I used to play with thin decks all the time. They're my favorite thing in the world. But it might be time for me to move on, to adapt with the times.
Well, my favorite decks are bleeding and poison decks. Actually, I really love dots in all games.
I don't think I've really done any dot build with Percival, if that's even...
With Percival, it's a bit tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need his Crimson set for bleeding, and to try to find an axe that will add bleeding to all attacks. Then it's really possible.
Ah, yes. Well, we meet our troll friend once again.
Yes.
So let's roll the die and get punched again. Good job, Mr. Troll. That's all he ever does. He punches me. I remember once upon a time, you could just keep rolling that die and get punched as many times as you felt like it.
Actually, yes, you can. The percentage for total loss, like he punches you, is like 10%. And you rolled it twice in a row.
Oh.
Which is amazing.
Well, I do have a talent in some things. It may not be beating bears, but it's rolling bad die. I've actually grown to like reinforcing guard. I didn't like it for the longest time, because it's only a 1-turn strength increase. But I think there's something there. Oh, when you mentioned putting events in static places so that you know they're not just random.
Yes. And they're also changing the map in a way that well, you see there is 4 starting like directions, but you can change the roads. You can start in the left part of the screen and through the middle eventually end up in the Dwarven section.
Oh, so it won't be these
So
like static road paths?
There won't be a case, so we want to make your choice more impactful, because if you choose to a road with a lot of events, that's the road you will choose. So there won't be that many road splits.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes.
The question I had, I thought of it because I saw this merchant sign down here, and I'm seriously thinking about this. What are you going to do with the secret merchant? Will there be a secret merchant in every zone, or will he just be...
Secret merchant is still will be a chance at any merchant.
Okay.
But we also received a lot of comments when the first merchant on the Frontier card is
The secret merchant, and you have no money?
You have no money. So yeah, we will change that. The chances for secret merchant will be improved the further you go.
Oh, okay. Let's hit another event. We have found a lone elf who would like to slay a dwarven warlord. Well, I failed my previous allies, so let's see if we can make friends with an elf. Oh my.
Actually, teaming up with him is a harder battle than the reverse one.
Yeah, I remember that the moment I saw this guy's model. I was like, oh, that's what a warlord is. Okay. When severely wounded, gain talisman. I don't think I know what talisman does. So,
Actually, this is a dwarven general, so it would be a really important guy in war, right?
it would be. You would think, anyway.
Yes, and he is. All I can say right now to avoid some big spoilers is this event will be very much connected with the battle against three dwarfs on goats.
What is this damage we're about to take? The goat fight is also a little tricky depending on how, your starting goes. In my experience. I'm not sure if other people have found that, but... I'm not scared. Oh, I have 2 healing potions. Where did the other one come from? Did I just find it?
You received one at random.
Oh, okay. Great, I'm gonna need it. Because this is gonna hurt.
Yes. His damage depends on block, so you can mitigate it
A little bit.
a little bit.
I guess it doesn't matter if I hit him for 8 or if I guard for 8. I don't think. Depends. Yeah, it should be the same. So what did I just do last? I don't suppose there's any plan or intention to add like a combat log?
It is.
Okay, great.
We're actually thought for a long time about combat log because first of all this is a huge task.
Mm-hmm.
And you nearly die.
But I didn't.
But yes, with a lot of buffs, debuffs, and some statuses that affect your character, we do think that combat log is a very important addition to the game that we're really planning to add.
Fantastic. I'm glad. Because I don't know how many times I just lose track of what I played last, which is why I ended last turn without playing a card. Because if I triggered the Fury, I would have died. And let's not die in the first zone again, shall we? Me? I'll do my best not to. He has been taunted. Good. Not good.
Not really good. I think you need to use this potion to survive that.
Yes. Are you still taunted? You are still taunted. Oh, dearie me. So, that guy was taunted because of this guy, right?
Yes, it's his
Okay.
ability.
Because I have never seen a trumpet boy taunted before. I need to kill that. Or I die again. Which has been just a wonderful showing. I don't suppose you guys would attack my friend at all, right? And not me? Please?
No, actually, you can hover over their intention to
Yes.
see which one they're attacking.
Uh,
It was you.
It was me. I was just hoping out loud that they'd stop hitting me. I was afraid this would happen. But now we can just go fast. We've seen all the beginning. Maybe I should stop trying to help people. It's all you get for being helpful. Dying. Shall I try the bear?
By the way, a little joke about Percival voice acting and Mortis voice acting. Which one do you like the best of them?
Mortis.
And that's actually the same guy.
Really? I would not have
Yes.
guessed that. But I like Mortis's voice. He did a great job.
We actually spent a lot of time like thinking about the intonations that he will have and what Mortis we want to see.
That makes sense. I always thought Mortis was kind of like a higher pitched guy that was like scheming, like in the background.
Well, he is, but
His voice was slightly more normal than I expected. And Bjorn's voice is very different than what I thought it was going to be as well. That's probably just because I like to be insane when I was reading his stuff. Like Joker type insanity.
yes, we tried this variants, but it just doesn't seem right because Bjorn is like he's not insane. Only a portion of him is.
It's true.
The other one is like another story going on. He's just angry.
So, let's go with caution so I can remind myself to play cautiously.
Wild animals stopped being afraid of people. They keep attacking me. That's not normal, although I've already seen such behavior before.
The frontier is at war. Uncollected corpses become food for predators and scavengers. The animals have tried human flesh, and they liked it.
Oh, I see. They view me as a tasty two-legged snack.
Well, you're rather well fed. Not too big, and completely alone.
That last part's important. Being alone. I have no help. Well, you're helping me a little bit, Alex.
Well, with the difficulty, we are actually still working on a balance, and we're definitely in some future patches tuning down a little for some elite enemies because we do think the really big difference between a normal fight, even with like 2 or 3 enemies, and some elite ones.
It's a huge variance.
It's,
Thank you, Victor Block. Yeah, I'm not trying to make an excuse, but my preferred way to play is in the roguelike mode where you can modify things ever so slightly. Where you can tweak and adjust.
yes, everything I said before is only for story mode, because when you play story mode, you want story. The roguelike, with a bit of changes, but more like as you game now.
So,
With a lot of tweaks.
lots of tricks. So you're not planning on keeping the... Or are you planning on also changing the events to be random in roguelike, or will the roguelike stay with the random events?
No, events in the
The
roguelike mode would
dwarves
be
had strong motives
Okay.
for murdering Ingvar. He was a hindrance to their plans.
They have nothing to do with it. Ingvar was poisoned so that Sigismund could ascend to the throne.
You know too much and you talk too little.
Be patient, my friend, be patient. There's a time for everything, and we've got plenty of time. I'm not the only one who's got to be intrigued.
He looks at the camera now, right? Oh. It would have been great if Mortis looked at you after saying that. The
And
fourth wall break.
actually, one of some other reasons because we do that is, for example, you encountered dwarves that are destroying the idol, and then in the next event step, you need to find another bear, and we need to place them on the same road because we don't want player to try 10 different runs and still not finding the event. It's really weird, right? But in roguelike, that's not a big problem, so we're keeping the randomness there.
Got it. Ugh, I finally got a combo to kill that thing quickly. I need more draw. Oh. Well. Out of curiosity, so I know I haven't been able to show it off yet. We'll get there soon, I hope. But at the campfires, of course, a number of Percival's, well, his 2 starting cards are adaptive, so they go into different paths. And the paths are different based on the type of Percival you're playing, which I think is a great change. What, if you know, what type of like lunge upgrades do people like for the versatile Percival versus, well,
Draw, of course, draw.
yes, draw is
The
great.
most popular one. We're actually planning to balance it a bit, but yeah, draw is the
King.
most powerful one. To balance it even, we need to make like a lot of changes to how much block you get from the defensive ones.
Mhm.
And this is still numbers, which are subject to change.
The ongoing battle with numbers. I'm heading towards the elite after the chest. So hopefully I get something cute to help me not die.
Well, yeah, you really should try elites when you have at least something.
Not just barefoot Percival.
If you remember, I don't know if you already saw that, we actually had a tarot card when Percival cannot receive any items that are rare or legend, only common stuff. The first iteration of this card was that Percival could not receive any items at all. So you would need to complete the whole game with his shield and his sword. But we tested this. Our tester got a little insane because he could not complete the whole run in like 10 or 20 tries. So we decided to tune it down a little.
I appreciate you turning it down. The tarot cards are insane. I played in the tournament for Percival, and it was driving me insane just with his current tarot, the Emperor. And I don't know how first place got first place. They got like 5 times as much score as me. They must have been absolutely mad.
We actually spoke with them as well. Yeah, these are very good players that are using every opportunity they can. They can restart the whole run for like 30 or 40 times to receive the needed reward, the needed items to create the most broken build that you can imagine.
I can think of a few broken builds, but hopefully we find any of the pieces today. As for now, we have another event. Some dwarves are smuggling off with the chest. And I'd like the chest.
Well, this is not a normal chest. Let's say that. Now it's like you will receive a reward for opening this chest like from another random chest. It is no different. So we made this chest a little bit special. Something will be inside.
A little bit special.
Can you guess what?
Well, I've played Dark Souls long enough that I'm concerned about a mimic. I don't know if there are mimics in Midian, but I'd hope not. Also, I triggered Fury on accident.
No, right now there are no mimics in Knock on the Coffin lead, and if there would be any, I would lie about that.
Great, so there could be. No. I know. I know you aren't deceiving me to let my guard down. Okay, I'm counting properly now. Now that I'm at half health. And I'm not going to upset the dwarves. I hope. I think. Perhaps. The horn guy is more annoying than I remember, but that's because he exposes me. I forgot about that. It's amazing how quickly I forget things. I'm pretty sure he's been the same for a long time.
Yeah, he is a common enemy. We are not updated, have not updated common enemies for quite some time. But before our full release, there will be changes nonetheless.
Oh. So my knowledge could be outdated even faster. Alright, what's in the chest? I like money. There's a card. Another caution. I feel like one caution could be enough caution. And I don't... Oh, I do have exposure with Flourish. Can I line that up, though?
Actually, finishing move is a really used card.
This one? Okay, I'll take it. A cucumber elixir.
Oh,
A flaming item.
the hardest set in the game.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
It is. Well, actually, we tested the Fire Brother set a lot. And if you really made a deck for this build, it's insanely strong. But you need to be lucky. And it being a flaming item is something that you need to be aware of.
So the flaming item works now like the cursed items, right? Where you pick it up, you get something added to you.
Yes, it's burning in your pockets.
Yes. So the question becomes, do I want burning pockets or do I leave it? I'm glad I can check the map. I'm kind of thinking about selling it. But then I have to carry it to that guy through the elite. Also, I've never actually used any of the Fire Brother pieces because I always run away from its flaming nature. I'm scared, but we'll do it. Percival looks so dapper in that hat. And I rolled only attacks against dwarfs.
Well, you can use your elixir.
I can. And I think I'm going to. I definitely didn't forget that it was a thing.
Yeah, as I watched some players playing, a lot of people forgetting about their elixirs, that they can help actually a lot some of these tricky situations.
Yes. Do you see any way of helping people remember, like making it bigger or moving it, or do you just think people need to get used to there being potions?
We're working on improving VFX effects and the whole UI of everything that's going on the screen, so people would focus their sight on important stuff, because there is a lot of stuff going on the screen.
Yes. And this part over here
Frustrating.
gets very long. Your item list gets very, very long in time.
Yes, that is a problem, and it will be addressed.
I thought I had one more mana.
And you broke the Fury.
Yep. I know I was going to do that, but I thought I could get away with blocking it. And I could not. Well, hey. There's a reason I've died twice already.
And actually, they have a question from our Discord.
Okay.
There is a question about how cards and classes differ from one from another, I can say they're completely different classes with a completely different style of play, and you actually played a lot of them, so you can
Yes, I
say a
have.
thing or two how to play Gold Digger, how to play Veteran.
So this
Are
could
they
be
truly different?
this could be a very long answer if you just want me to go off.
Feel free.
Really?
Now you can be cursed and burning.
Yeah, that's fine. The game's gonna kill me. So for the classes, to answer your question, Percival has 4, everyone has 4, and they are very different. They were not always, but they are now. And Percival's 4 classes are versatile, which we are, which means we start with 5 armor, and our deck's a little different. My favorite is Gold Digger, which uses money. They gain money at the end of combat, and they gain curses for having every 100 gold in their pocket, which can flood your deck and destroy you. But they get to abuse their money to do loads of really cool stuff, like loads of damage, or just buy an extra turn, because why not? Or get a bunch of defense. Veteran Percival reduces the costs of cards in hands by 1 when he plays in a specific order. It's like a skill, then attack, then a skill, then a talent, then a skill. You know, just not playing 2 of the same at the same time. And then Knight is my favorite, because Knight just gets flat stats for being above 80% health. And their deck doesn't shuffle. So as you play a card, it stays that order.
Actually, we reworked him, and you did not play it him
Oh,
with last version.
reworked the
Right
Knight?
now, yes, Knight actually received a special ring that allows him to recruit enemies for his side, and they are his allies for the rest of your run.
No way.
Yeah, we did that.
Did you, out of curiosity, for some background question, did you use the tech from Vanadis to make that happen? Because of her little friend? Or was it just
Yes and no. We actually encountered a lot of problems when introducing pets in the game because of different interactions with your deck and with your allies. For example, if you have a boar as a pet or some ally, and the event would add another allies to your battle, it would actually break the game completely. And we had a lot of time solving this problem, and after we solved that with Vanadis, we decided that we could implement this with some other classes, like Knight, and in some events you would able to recruit a lot of enemies and actually some elite enemies to your side.
Oh, elite friends. I could use an elite friend right now, because we're fighting the troll, who's trying to forcibly make peace between these 2 fighting foes. And
you could actually help him in doing that.
wait, you can help the troll now? Or in the future?
In the future.
I'm about to get slapped.
In this fight, you really need to focus on him being dumb,
Yes.
playing around that.
And I would love to. So we don't want him to be furious. I'm pretty sure. And I just don't have enough mana to play this next card. Unplayable curse. Thank you. Thanks, game. You're looking out for me. Thank you for being stunned. So that was 3, which means he got silly. But now he's mad. He's mad at how complicated everything was.
But you can make him silly again.
If I can play 3 cards. Or more than 3. Which I cannot do. Because I do not have the mana. I'm sensing a problem here. Can I... No, it just resets. I was wondering if I could change his intention again. Oh, I see. So when he's furious, I could just play all the same type of cards and it wouldn't have too much of a consequence?
Yeah.
Got it. So I can just play full defense, assuming I draw full defense when he's mad like now. Which I can.
Well, the
I
first one item can ruin this, but
Well, everything can ruin this right now. Also, him healing can ruin this. Great. I think I played that in the wrong order, but... Hi! Nice to meet you, mister. I wonder... Oh, right. I was just about to ask, is it worth always playing around it? But, yeah, I guess so. I know the answer to the question.
you know, like this is the main mechanic of this fight. Should play.
I'm out of defense. I got him to half. That's far... Please draw an attack.
Oh.
Well... Denied.
You can try to block it, I think you have enough.
Yeah, I can block it, but then he's gonna go furious, and I... Do I have much of a choice? Wait, why didn't he get mad there? You know what, I'm just going to accept it. It's fine.
Plus you need to play 2 attacks in a row. I think.
You're correct.
Yes.
I thought it was just 2 of any type. Man, reading is so hard. It was nice knowing you.
Well, you were close. I think you just need to have one good item.
That would be
It's
nice.
not burning you, it's not cursing you.
I would appreciate that. Alright, let's see what RNG has bestowed upon us this time, as far as the path is concerned. Hey, look, the merchant's closer this time, assuming... What if we be nice to the star? I'm never nice to the star. I'm always mean to the star. Although, if I have my shield equipped, maybe that fight would be less annoying. We can find out. I'll ask again when we get there. Do you know off the top of your head what level you have to be to unlock Bjorn? Just for curiosity's sake.
To unlock Bjorn, you need to defeat Sigismund in a story mode.
That's right.
It's not unlocked your level of personal anymore.
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking back to the giant tree of yore.
It was really frustrating to understand, so we decided to completely get rid of it.
Oh, that's why? Oh, I get... Okay. I thought, it was just because you had to, like, unlock the artifacts and stuff slowly over time, and now you can just... As long as you have the class, you can just do it. And that's nice. Just like energy is nice. Punch to your kidneys. I don't have that card yet. I would like that card, though. What, well, I guess this came in with the change for Burstfall, because I remember starting with Crush at one point in time. And I always got rid of it. Bum. I'm just thinking that some exposure would be really nice right about now.
Because we tested some early runs, and there were a lot of situations where you have like multiple enemies elves, all of them have dodge, and you need to have a card that will damage multiple enemies in a row, so you won't really need to crush because you do have a solo target damage, but not multiple.
I'm afraid of taking Growing Threat here to because I remember playing with cards like this, and I just have a handful of this card and not anything else. So I'm afraid to take this, but also it would synergize pretty well with Finishing Move here, which deals more damage based on every attack that I played.
Yes, I do think that this is a good idea.
A lawnmower has started outside. I hope you can't hear. I can close my window if it...
No.
Okay.
I don't think that I can hear it.
Well, just let me know. I can address that.
Okay.
I will not mess this up. I attacked. Burning Maneuver now feels bad, but it also... whatever. I'll hold it. This isn't the longest fight in the world, but you never know what could go wrong. He's dealing 3, so I can make him mad, because that's 6. Simple math. I fail so hard at it sometimes.
And about the whole map rework, we actually decided to place random battles would not be set in place and be immovable, but the difficulty of them will be scaled the longer you are in the biome. So the first fight would be easy, the middle part would be still easy, but not really like 2 enemies, and only the last ones be enough before the boss.
That makes sense. I like that.
We are also reducing the whole game time and run time because we are now 4 points less from the beginning part of map to the boss.
4 points less.
So
Oh, in the new map?
Yes.
Good.
So it will be more faster.
I like that
Some
change.
of these battles, especially with zombies that 3 of zombies and they die and they resurrect, this could become really tedious after you encounter them 2
Yes.
or 3 times in a row.
One of the reasons I cannot stand the swamp. Just one of many.
Yes, and status cards, a lot of them.
One of my favorite, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself by talking about Bjorn here, but Bjorn is my favorite character. And Bjorn, specifically the Lunar Druid Bjorn, this goes back to the question about the classes. He has some unique interactions with his unique, cursed mechanic. And if you can get a curse build rolling on Lunar Druid Bjorn, the swamp is your home. You just destroy everything, and it feels so good to give it to them, to stick it to those little sods. Do I want a second maneuver, or do I want... I don't have exposure at all. I could have if I didn't pick one of the cards. It does take cleave. Just do damage. It's fine. Alrighty, we're back to the star. Our dwarven friends. The question is, are they our friends? Or are they not?
It depends.
Well, I fought the bear earlier, so let's see what happens when we stop them, shall we? Let's be good guy Percival. I feel like Percival would actually be a good guy. I don't know if you agree, but I feel that way.
We actually have a really deep thought that we would love to introduce with Percival. Percival is a pretty simple guy, and we want Percival to represent the player. So a lot of his choices are not like he's doing only good stuff and he's only doing bad stuff. It's more like how the player sees person and how he interacts with it.
Huh.
If you want it to be good, you can. If you want to rob everyone, you also can do that.
I tend to play more evil than anything else. So, you know what side I'd be on. I definitely feel like, as far as like
And,
that... Oh, go ahead.
Actually, sorry, I want to make a little spoiler about Bjorn, if you're talking about that. We actually, when we were doing a lot of his events, his perception of things, right here in this office, we actually communicated and tried to make it evil, and we have a lot of concerns because sometimes he was too evil, even we did not think if we can allow this to happen.
No, he was never too evil.
You will see, there will be a lot of stuff with Bjorn they can show. This will be big spoilers.
I'm excited. I'm excited. First, we have to get there. So, I forgot this just turns into a regular shrine. I believe this is just the shrine event from down south.
Oh, yes, just a shrine event.
And I usually like to go with the tribute 200 coins, but we're short. We're short. Fair 45 coins. So
Tribute 100 coins and get a card.
yes, is the star here signifying that this is a rare quality card, or is it just?
You should really do that.
I got money.
Yes.
Deal 9 damage. Move a card of your choice from discard pile. Oh yeah, I like this card. This was part of a few of Percival's infinites, or close enough to them. His endless draws. Ah. Yeah, I like that card. That's a good card.
Mm-hmm. So you can actually receive this card 100% even like helping dwarves.
Oh.
And defeating dwarves as well.
Is this card unique to that event?
Yes, it is.
I thought so, but I thought I'd ask. Ah, the bandit.
That's why it has a star, because all like starred events have something unique that you can't get anywhere else.
Ah, that's good to know. So it wasn't a rare, it was a unique. So this lovely bandit guy, and I say lovely lightly, we can save his life, or we can finish him off. And I faintly recall what happens when we finish him off, so I'm gonna be nice. We'll give him a healing potion, see what happens. And we've done enough evil. I don't think I've ever seen this. Give him a healing elixir and he came around. He questioned him about the events that led him to be bleeding out here alone. Turns out I really can't trust my gut, as he was a bandit just as I had suspected. When he tried to double-cross his partners in crime, they gutted him and left him for dead. He thanked me for my mercy and pointed me in the direction they took. I'm going to confront them. How dare they make me use a healing potion?
Actually, this was a very rare choice, because during our settings, this was like an early event, because they're not really scary enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And you never had an elixir of recovery during that time, so you always took his shoes. That's why we have a local joke about Percival really loving his shoes. He steals shoes from everyone.
The joke for me is that I never have shoes. I just don't have shoes ever. So my Percival's always barefoot as he ganders about the world. That hurts a lot. I should be focusing these guys, because they're about to skedaddle.
At least one of them.
They are also kind of just breaking beneath my barb, which is cool. I don't get to play a barb build very often, I feel like. Which is sad. I love barb. If you know, is the spiked set the only way to get that on Percival?
On Percival, yeah. You can get it on Bjorn due to his spiked cards. And actually, spiked Bjorn is really strong. I can show you.
I love spiked Bjorn. Because I just love Bjorn.
Any Bjorn.
Yes. You don't know how much it hurt me when you guys changed the instinctive. So, like, most of them will have, like, a side effect with them now instead of just doing the good thing. The fusion instinct knife of yore. Oh my. Overdrive. Now, we don't have any strength generation right now.
Well, now you're being really lucky because we have a very low chance of, as you can see, you should receive 3 rare cards, but we have a small chance for one of them to be upgraded and offered as a legendary.
So I should take it.
5%, something like that.
Of course, my luck swings wildly. Alrighty. So, the tower shield. I wish I could buy this. I would give all of my items to have the tower shield. I love this thing. Alas, we do not. We have the Circlet of Life. So this is amazing on... I keep going back to Bjorn, but I love the Circlet of Life on Bjorn, but Percival doesn't have a whole lot of combat healing, does he? I don't believe so.
Yeah, he has some regeneration from cards like... I don't really remember the name of it. The one that sets you on healing for 3 turns, but you cannot attack.
Oh, that's a newer card, I think, so I don't know what it is either.
Yes.
Also, there is a potion that's missing here that everyone loves to use. The good old Elven Ale here is lacking.
Yeah, it was nerfed, actually. Now it will give you 2 evasion, not 3.
Yes, it's 2. So you can't just rely entirely on 1 for later shenanigans.
Yeah, later shenanigans.
Yes. As things are falling upon your head. Everything's going south. But hey, we have a good start. I have a knife. The reason I picked up the knife is entirely because of this. I love Knife Trick. Knife Trick is so good. And Backstab's pretty cute as well. So, let us backstab this guy. We'll cautious block just so we have some block next turn. I forgot what this little symbol was, the rolling guy. And, well, I guess that's what it was. Block next turn. Shall we draw it again? I would love to. Unfortunately, I didn't get a block, but it's okay. Because I cautious blocked and it saved me. He's gonna live at 4. And he wouldn't have if I drank that strength potion. Well, goodbye. Oh, hey, we were just talking about this. I have never used this before. How does this upgrade? Oh, this, by the way, is a great change. The fact that you can just right-click and it'll show both of them with the little board. I like it. 3 turns.
An upgraded one gets disarmed for only 1 turn.
That's probably really strong.
And it is.
Oh, now you can show the entire path. Oh, that's great. I'm just going to nerd out over the slightest changes you've all done, because it's been so long. I'm going to try the bandage, because I believe we are coming up on a campfire. Indeed, we are. Please don't be cursed. Please don't be cursed. Technically not cursed. Okay,
You
sure.
want the barber build?
Yeah, the only downside about the Wormhead is that if we actually commit to a barb build, the barbs will go away. But we get poison. Poison's cool. The question is, was that enough to fight an elite? Or do I just... You know what? We'll skip this one. We'll at least get closer. So some elves have captured a dwarf. How rude. They would like me to assist them. But the dwarf spoke up, promised me to reward. A reward. We all looked at each other awkwardly. Well, Percival is never one to leave somebody in danger. Unless he's causing the danger. So let's free the little dwarf friend.
Well, that's not entirely true. We all remember the swamp event with the girl that's being...
That's true. That's true.
Not always.
Well, today, Percival is feeling generous. In this particular run. Because he's tired of dying. Sure. This guy got my 1 poison. So poison lasts the whole battle. That's good. Was that a recent-ish change, or am I just remembering it correctly?
Which one?
The fact that poison lasts forever, because I thought it would tick down.
No, it was always like that.
Okay. Just remembering the wrong thing.
That's a difference between bleeding and poison.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding depletes, but poison does not.
Well, I like the Wormhead. I wasn't sure, but I think I like it. I think it's going to do work for me. So now, can we find the other pieces of the spike set? Why do you have 4 block? Or whatever you have. Please go away. 5 plus 7. Some quick math there. Oh, I also have dodge. That helps. I remember there was a time when dodge would be consumed before block, I think.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. So now I'm glad that it no longer does. I had to think about how to word that for a second. But I do like agility.
We actually thought for a long time about that. From the player perspective, dodge is very important. You don't want to lose it, so we decided that losing block is a more preferable way, and the player would not be so disappointed about losing.
Yes. So I only get 1 upgrade, right? Let's upgrade bandage.
Bandage, yes, is good, but I do think that you need to upgrade,
I can't remember how I
upgrade
came
natural
to
protection
Frontier,
for
or
more.
how I died.
That'd probably be a good one too. There is 1 more campfire coming. And now I can heal with the bandage. Hopefully, so I don't have to consume the resting at the fire.
You were accompanying Ingvar on a peacekeeping mission to the frontier.
Oh, you did so well.
The dwarves and the elves were on the verge of war. Only the Lord of the Northern Gate managed to bring them to the negotiating table, but the mysterious demise of your party ruined everything.
Why weren't our bodies returned home?
As the dwarven invasion began, you were buried hastily and with no ceremony. The affairs of the living, as ever, turned out to be more important than the problems of the dead.
I'm a little alarmed that Mortis is looking at us while saying that. Alrighty. This is a question mark, right? I think so.
Yeah, right now in game, question marks can be just normal battles,
Oh.
and this would be removed.
Oh, okay. So enjoy it while it lasts. How do I want to do this? So I think I'm going to try. I'm not sure if it's going to work because this guy keeps poisoning himself to death. I'm going to try and bandage this fight. But I would like to do it when he's not alive hitting me. But I guess I don't always get that choice. I feel very proud of myself for actually pressing that button at the end of my turn and not at the start of my turn. At the end of the turn. So he will get a chance to attack. So let's just get rid of that problem right now. And then find a new card. Is he defending? He is. Cool. Oh. Right, that's not a draw. Yes, get your second wind. Let's see how much healing I can get out of this. Do these stack? Okay, so it just extends the duration of my bandage effects. It doesn't stack the healing or anything.
Yes. That's why I told you that combat healing improvement from your helmet would actually help with this card.
That makes
To heal
sense.
you constantly.
Once again, we do not have exposure. Yet. Still.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with one cleave, and I don't know how I feel about parry. I already have plenty of blocks.
Yeah, I would skip that.
Yeah, this feels like a skip to me. Okay, now the real question. I still have my strength potion, right? Yes, okay. We have potions. Ugh. Take two. We get to try again. Okay, so very important. Furiousness is only triggered by attacks. And counting is good. He doesn't like counting, but I like counting. So let's count. Great. Okay, I should have played that in the other order, but that's okay. With the zero cost card, I probably could have broken him again. Well, this will give me dodge. The dodge is great on that card because then you get to do nothing and not feel bad about it. So, I'm gonna take this moment to play bandage because that just doesn't trigger it. We learned that lesson. I learned that lesson. You probably already knew it. I can trigger the dimwit, or I can just eat that, which I think is what I'm going to do. Somehow. Actually, I don't think I can with this hand. What if I just accept that 15 is coming at me? And we...
You have dodge.
Yes, I do have dodge. I was just thinking I don't want him to go to 30 damage. I don't know how much sense that actually makes, but that's what I was thinking. Because 15 I can actually tank happily with all my bloody armor. But if I dim-wit him, then he's going to go to 30. And 30 could be a little more concerning. If that makes sense. Don't play 2 attacks in a row. Don't do that. Okay. That's fine. I could have headed there, but... There's so much counting. Okay, I guess we're gonna dim-wit him, because I would like to kill him sooner. Well. Here we go. I didn't have anything in my deck to draw. Okay, so can I think I can. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. No hitting me. And he's fully poisoned, so this is only a matter of time. We did it. I'm so proud of myself.
That's That's actually good.
I would like to thank my family and Alex for supporting me. He's mad again. But that's okay. Because I have exactly 30 armor. You know what I just now I'm embarrassed to say this. I just now realized that the armor card is not a burn card. This one? I don't know why, but I thought this was a burn card. Okay, well.
Yeah, 8 armor is a lot of armor.
That was... Because I could just take loads of damage to my face while playing this.
Well, if you have a lot of armor,
Oh, that's true.
you tank the first strike, or somehow to find this talent at the start of the battle.
I remember... Didn't this upgrade used to reduce the cost from 3 to 2? Or did it never do that? I know a number of things did that at one point in time.
There were a lot of talent upgrades that just reduced their cost. But talent is a card that you are playing only once per whole battle. So we decided that reducing its cost is like pretty lame. And mostly for all of the talents, we actually changed their second levels.
Gotcha. So, if it clones a random talent card and I only have one talent card, it's always going to clone that talent card. I would hope. Pickpocket could also be cute. We're not playing Gold Digger, so I'm not going to be punished for that. But I do already have a weapon, and it has knife. Okay, we'll take the armor talent. And the troll ear. Balm! I love Balm! Balm is so good. Now I can heal even more. Yeah, that armor card was insane. Let me look at that again. If I can find it in this mess. So fully upgraded. Gain 8 armor and 4 ward. Ward prevents the next, like, debuff effect, right? I believe so. Good. Oh yeah, and I had a question seeing these little pips here. Do you feel like 3 pips is too many? For like 3 tiers of upgrades. Do you think that's 1 too many, or are you happy with it?
We're actually happy with that because these levels of lunges are actually really important for some types of builds, especially in tarot cards. They're designed for that.
Ah, I see. So you're thinking ahead with the tarots.
If you have, if you want to make a build on lunges, and you can through some items, you can waste all of your upgrades on them, and then in castle upgrade everything again, and have level 3 or 4 lunges all over.
Well, I was just thinking, I wanted to ask that question because there aren't a whole lot of opportunities for upgrading, short of like, some of the events in the later part of the game. But like, it's just mostly campfires, right? Up until then.
Yes, and there would be more chances to upgrade your whole deck even earlier.
Ooh. Sign me up, please.
Okay.
So, we got the Troll Tamer. One of 2 options? There are 2 or 3. I feel like there's 2, but I can't remember them all right now. And the Troll Tamer has a fun mechanic where he punches his friend. Friend.
Do you actually have an achievement for him killing his friend?
Yes.
Not really.
And I think I have that one. But I should probably end my turn before I look this up. I believe there's an achievement for forcing the old troll to kill the chaser. So forcing the troll to kill the dwarf. But I have no idea how to make that happen. So, I'm not asking for a hint, but I'm just saying. Just saying I have no idea how to make that happen.
Well, you can. You just need to really piss him off.
Oh. I see that his furiousness did not go, oh. Well, let's see, is there something that can help me? Maybe. Maybe not. So I upset this guy by hitting him a bunch, but then that also upset him by playing 2 cards at the same time in a row. Or it was because I played 2 attacks in a row, yeah. I still have the protection in... Yeah, I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do... This will force him to change his intention, right? No. No. We're going to eat this 46. Yeah. Please. Yeah, oh, I have no mana. Did not think that one through. So I can draw, of course, but then, no heal. There we go. It's beautiful when a plan comes together. And I can play 2 skills in a row to upset him, but not him. Recovered. I would have liked to play the bandage as well, but... Hey, can't have it all. What are you doing? You're skipping. Great. Proud of you. Now I'm going to upset your friend Dorn. Friend. How much damage do you think I could do if I drink my strength potion? I feel like it could be a lot.
Yep.
A lot was a good quantifier there. The question now, yes, is the answer. Also, I have a dodge. I'm not that concerned. I remembered. You know what? Just to prove it's possible, we're going to let the dwarf kill his friend.
Nice.
Or we're not. Right, the bomb. The bomb. Okay, I deserve that one. Technically, I could still let him do it. Because I'll dodge this. So we'll do that. I hope. Hit your friend. Hey! We got the achievement that I already have.
Yes.
Okie dokie. First biome down. It only took 1 hour and 38 minutes.
Nice. You have a lot of strength.
I do. I do. And I can have even more. And I'm thinking about having even more.
There is no end.
That's true. I've never actually used full force. But I don't think I'm going to today.
Damage. It's 50 damage.
That is a lot of damage, but I don't like being exposed. My death to the warlord was because I was exposed. I think I've learned my lesson. Oh, you're going to make me choose between a weapon and energy, aren't you? This is such a good amulet. So this would make it so we have +1 energy all the time. So we'd be 4 energy max, which I love. And we would have 4 agility, which means we just get +4.
Amulets is like the most used choice. This scenario.
This, more strength. I like strength. If an attack deals more than 30 damage, gain 1 strength. Like strength. And add hesitate to the discard pile. Is this the one that you just can't... Yeah, okay. The one you just can't...
This is one of my favorite builds, actually.
Really?
which I really like to play, yeah, with sledgehammer and a lot of strength. I just love it.
There's also the Bone Spear here, which gives 1 strength and 1 agility. So something in between the 2 extremes that we have presented to us.
That would also be a really good choice because you will do 8 damage 2 times, and with a lot of strengths, that's a huge OE.
Yes, that would be good. Piercing damage is also... I don't remember if it was changed a long time ago, but piercing damage now just does more damage as you do more piercing damage, right?
Yes, we did that especially for Vanadis, for her arrows, to actually pierce something.
That makes sense.
And we are planning to add some more sources of piercing damage, so this would be much stronger in the future. But right now, yeah, there is not a lot of sources of piercing damage for personal appeal.
Mm-hmm. So, I think I'm just going to take the amulet. I want the weapons. The weapons are cool, but we do have some 3-mana spells that are really important for us. And it would be great if I could play those and still do something else. So I'm going to take the amulet. We're going to be boring and defensive. I'm not taking this. Or am I?
It's a class item.
Oh, it is? So it's different. If no weapon in hand, draw left-hander or right-hander at the start of the turn. What are those? I'm trying to highlight.
I think the links are a bit off. I will write this down.
All right, I'll just take it. We can find out together. Well, you might already know, but I'm going to find out. I'll take the Elixir of Recovery, just, in case. Gain 8 block, deal 4. That... How do you upgrade? Gain 12, deal 8. Sure.
It's a simple upgrade.
Why not? We're on to the Crimson Steps. I managed to slice through the defenses of the dwarves and made it to the Crimson Steps, but awaiting me, there were the orcs and the goblins. Compared to them, the dwarves are a hospitable folk. Alright, so to trigger this, will it work here? No. To trigger this, I need to have a no weapon equipped.
Yes.
No weapon in hand, draw left-hander and right-hander. So this is ignoring my shield, right? I can keep that on?
Actually, I'm not sure about that.
Well, we're gonna find out. Oh no. The Scourge of YouTube has appeared.
Oh.
Thank you, Kid Events. Trying to remember. The star here is a lovely get-together organized by the orcs. But hitting double merchant could be really good. Triple merchant. I feel like I see that a lot in the steps. I don't know if that's real or just in my mind.
For this map, we actually redraw the whole map.
Oh.
Because when we Frontier map was a big one, so we had pretty much space to place all of the events there, and in this biome we could not complete this task, so we enlarged it. Now, if you can see the left like little island, you will have yes. You can go there now.
Oh.
I can spoil a bit. If you remember, big and very important orc named Batu.
Batu the Smart.
Yes, he will live exactly there. And there will be another big portion of the map from the left side of the lake.
Oh. Another portion. I see. So you're just like shifting the whole perspective of the map kind of in that direction a little bit. Or are you adding to the current map?
Adding.
Oh, okay. I see. There'll be a lot more options here then.
Swamp changed in that way as well. Castle, not so much, because we had enough space there.
Yeah, the castle is already huge.
Yes.
Oh, hey, we got the cards.
Yes.
So, Ethereal, which means it'll disappear if I don't play it. Burn, deal 1 damage, inflict 1 exposed, and increase the damage from right-hander by 3. Okay. Right-hander.
Yeah.
Deal 1 damage, inflict 1 weakness. I see.
We want to, with the basic Percival, we really like this idea of like unarmed, strong guy who just punches stuff. So we decided to add his class items like this.
I like the idea as well. You know what I don't like? All of this coming at my face. Can't seem a fan of that. So, what do I do about that? I be greedy, of course. This is all piercing damage from this little individual. It sure is. I don't know. I don't remember these guys having 42 hit points, but I don't remember a lot of things, obviously.
No, I didn't check that.
Oh, I drew both burden in one go. Okay, we're gonna be defensive here. BE defensive. I mean, this is a cool item concept, but I kind of miss my dagger. I miss it a lot.
Well, if you can see, they only deal 1 damage.
Hey, I got achievements.
Yes, there are new achievements.
Nice.
Classes.
Uh-oh.
And more are actually coming. So left-hander and right-hander are actually really good on if you have some strengths increases, they will deal a lot.
Makes sense. The damage increase that they increase on each other. I don't know if that made any sense. Seems to just be 3, so that doesn't increase at all. Either. So they always just increase the other one by 3.
Yes.
Is that... I guess I could have checked if I was paying attention. Is that a permanent increase, or is that...
It's a permanent increase for this battle.
I like that. And if I were paying more attention, I would have done something with that. I can't math right now. I'm sorry. Is this enough? It sure is not. Okay. That's fine. We don't need to kill him this turn. We can kill him next turn. And now we can play our burdened. It's great. Bop. Bop. Okay. Maybe... What is this? 2 armor. I like 2 armor. 2 armor and 1 agility. And max 20 HP, gain 4 armor. With a curse.
And that's burdened.
Yes. Which, ironically, I can play for once in my life. But it's 3 of them. I can't play him that quickly. I'm tempted to take the leather helmet, just so I've stopped losing the barbed I get from natural protection. From this. Because poison is not very useful against a bunch of units that have ward. Like the goblins.
I've always admired the goblins, those nasty little bastards, for their will to live. There are so few of them, yet they continue to fight against their orcish neighbors century after century.
Underneath the surface of the earth, the Crimson Steppes are mottled with a myriad of earthworm tunnels. It's so easy to get lost in this intricate network, becoming worm food in the process. However, the goblins were able to adapt to such an environment. There they hide from the orcs, able to stealthily cover vast distances and suddenly pop out onto the steppes, literally out of the ground. While there are very few goblins on the surface, No one knows for sure how many are hidden below.
No one knows for sure, but will we ever find out?
We will actually, because if you remember this event, I hope we will get it today with Goblin Town.
Oh yeah, the goblins. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is new. So the last time I saw this event, it was just like a sketch. It wasn't animated or colored or anything yet.
Uh,
So
so, do you like it?
I don't know what all the options do. I believe last time I gave all my gold to the buffalo, and I don't think anything happened. That might not be true, though.
Yes, this was. Now, something happened, and I was really sorry that you not understood. It actually buffs you. I
Oh.
think with strengths forever, but I'm not 100% sure. The only thing you should not do is give him nothing. That will debuff you.
The buffalo does not like not being presented with gifts, huh? Well, the merchant is all the way at the bottom. I don't need to hoard this gold. So, let's see what I missed, shall we? I saw the arrow this time. I guess I'll just
we
see
are
it.
actually planning to improve how you see different buffs on you. Right now, we have nothing in the game that can show you unless you will start the game and see that you have armor and regeneration. More than you should, I guess.
Yes, I have a lot more armor than I should, I think. And I shouldn't have any balm with the shackles equipped. So that was quite the defensive buff. I like defensive buffs. I don't like this guy.
Later we will change this, so you will see where these buffs are coming from.
Oh.
Not just simple, a lot of numbers. And you watching at your armor, why it's 14, I can understand. They will be all in some different placeholders that will show you so you can understand easily what happened.
Good, because if I've made anything abundantly clear, it's that I sometimes don't understand anything.
And actually, in the new events system, we will have like very long and big dialogue system, so we can actually speak with our enemies or with Mortis, and all the effects will be shown in the dialogue window, like in other RPG games when you can select your answers, speak with them, and all the rewards or what happened will be also shown in that script. So this will be much more clear.
Like in RPGs where you can choose your answer and one of them next to it says deceive, and I always try and roll the deception and always fail.
Yeah, is those.
Good times, good times. Okay. I am debating, perhaps against my judgment, to bandage. So let's do it. Let's just be defensive, shall we? So you know what we need now, right? We need that particular talent that just so happens to make my block permanent. I would like that. That's my favorite Percival build. The one where you never die. I am on fire somehow.
Because the other orc had flaming arrows.
Oh. That would be why there was a little, like, swirly thing next to his attack. I saw that, I just didn't hover over it.
Well, you punch really hard right now.
Yes, that's all that matters. In fact, do I need any of this? This could be really important for certain things. One of which we might not see. Probably won't see. Better safe than sorry?
Well, you can remove your
I know the Northern Gate
debuffs
was
that you
originally
will
built to
encounter in the
restrain
next
the
one.
orcish hordes of the Crimson Steppes.
There
I
would
never would
be
have crossed the
quite
steppes voluntarily.
with the demons.
Ah, the demons. How your day can go from 100 to 0, depending on which one you find.
Fortunately for you, the humans and the orcs are not at war now. Sigismund has somehow convinced the orcish leaders not to attack the Northern Gate, and is engaged in highly secretive negotiations with them.
Highly secretive.
A war with the elves, a truce with the orcs. The world's gone crazy, hasn't it?
Don't get your hopes up. The orcs are unlikely to welcome you with open arms, but at the very least, not all of them will try to kill you.
Are we sure about that? I feel like every orc I've ever met has tried to kill me. Except for two. The shaman guy and the spear guy that goes hunting, if you're nice to him. I just gave all my money away.
Oh,
Well, this is the secret trader I mentioned earlier. He has good stuff pretty much all the time. If you have the money.
actually, this was drawn from the image of our very big supporter in Steam.
Oh,
Really helped us.
can I afford anything here? I don't think so. Let's see. This is 141, 170. No. Is even his remove card supposed to be cheaper? Or more expensive?
Actually, we will think about that.
Okay.
Actually, 1 second. Oh, we actually have some problem with the Steam key identification, so our stream just dropped on Steam,
Oh,
which is not good.
well, it's still good on YouTube.
Okay, some guys are trying to fix this. So, continue.
Well, we are approaching 2 hours, and every 2 hours I always take a break. Just, go to the bathroom and get a water and stuff. If you would like.
Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay, so here at the Secret Merchant, we can continue staring at him for a little bit, but I will be right back. Alex can feel free to take a break as well. I'll be back in 3 minutes with more water and a refreshed spirit to keep on keeping on.
I
will
do
be
think that,
right back.
Сейчас я... Не, они отошли.
Ага, понял, сейчас.
I forgot that with the webcam you guys can see me as I disappear. It looks like your webcam has turned off, Alex. That was intended.
Yeah. Yeah, I disabled it for a bit.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
I think it's online now. Actually, in Discord it is.
It is thinking, attempting to reload. On my end, anyway.
Well, anyway, I do think that we are running out of time right now.
Oh, okay.
So I think we can like finalize our run today and continue with our favorite Bjorn next time.
Okay, I'll have to go unlock him later, of course, but I will do that for the next time.
Oh, we can help you with that.
Oh, I'm interested to see how you would help with that.
Well, it's really been a great time, so thank you very much. I really have fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We got it all up and running. I'm glad that all worked out. And is there anything else, just real quick, you'd like to add either on Percival or the upcoming events, or perhaps for the zone that we didn't see that I didn't get to talk about?
I will just say what I already said. This is the biggest change that ever happened to a game, and that's why we are doing this right now with all the information to our fans, because I do think that some players won't even recognize this game after these changes. This is like a new horizon for our game, and we really like support from our players, people that are enjoying our game, and this is our way to say thank you.
Well, thank you for working so hard on it and continuing to update after all these years. It's been, what, 2 years and some change?
It's been a long road.
That it has.
For sure.
Well, thank you, Alex, for joining me today. If this is the end, I will talk to you later and touch base with what our plans are for Bjorn.
Yeah, thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. As for everyone else, that was the end for today. Thank you all for watching. I might finish this run in particular later. I might not. We will see what happens. But thank you for hanging out today. Sorry I wasn't too into the chat. It's a little shorter than usual, but I had fun. And isn't that the important part? Sorry I didn't get to the end, or at least the third area. But we covered mostly everything I think they wanted to cover, and I had a good time along the way. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. The next stream will be Symphony of War. The day after tomorrow, you know the drill, and I'll see you there.